sexy pequeno.
All right, so you know I had to start this week off by talking about this new Black Panther #1 by Todd Coates and Daniel Acuna. My man, Daniel Acuna, his interiors, it looks like it's painted. I can't even show you this art because it would spoil too much. Oh my God, I can't even talk about this. We got the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda, the IEW. Have you ever heard of them? Well, you just have. And that's honestly all I can really leave you with. It was a really, really good #1. If you weren't too sold on the original #1 by Coates because of any number of reasons, this is definitely a really, really good place to pick it up. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about this here, Moon Knight 195 by Max Bemis of Say Anything. I think he's the lead singer of Say Anything, and Paul Davidson, who you might not have heard of Paul Davidson, but he's in a couple issues of X-Men Legacy back when it was covering the David Haller Legion storylines. And boy, oh boy, is it a good fit for this new run, this new arc on Moon Knight. But also, we got to check out here. Look at this Deadpool variant. This whole month, Marvel's been doing Deadpool variants in honor of the Deadpool 2 movie release, and one, that was a good movie. Two, that's a real good cover. Look at that. Greg Smallwood, look at him. He's making fun of Moon Knight and all his white. Look, he's got his white costume. How he's going to keep it clean? He's got red, but now he's white. It's almost like his X-Force costume, but a little bit cooler because he has a little cape and he's got more pouches. I mean, come on, Moon Knight. Where's all your pouches at? You could really have used them in this issue where you're fighting the new villains. There's a whole new villain group, the collective. They're called the Collective. It's a really weird villain to introduce to Moon Knight, but we're getting back into supernatural wackiness, back to street level crime and justice. No more of this talking about gods, left and right, because hey, what is a Moon Knight book without some gods? But that was the first arc. We're on to some new stuff here. Definitely got to check out the first appearance of the Collective. First appearance, key issue. First appearance, key issue. Valuable. Go get it. All right, so the last Marvel book I got to talk to you this week about, Doctor Strange by Donny Cates. Oh my God. Like, I'm weak for Donny Cates. Every time a new book comes out that he does, it ends up being like the best book that came out that week. And he's really going, bare knuckle one-on-one with Todd Coates, because what Donny Cates' last issue of Doctor Strange versus Todd Coates' first issue of Black Panther. I mean, come on, this is a really, really good week for Marvel books. And what's that second name up there? Look at that second name. I'm gonna get as close as I can. I hope it's stabilized, because boy, even if it's not, I'm gonna say it. It's Fraser Irving. Fraser Irving's interiors on this book, oh my God. The last time we saw this dude work on anything, I can't even remember. He has like a guest spot maybe once a year, and oh my Lord, dude, I love Fraser Irving's art. It's like Bill Sienkiewicz. If Bill Sienkiewicz, instead of a pencil, he had like the thickest paintbrush in the world, and they had really good computers back in the 70s and 80s when he was doing work, because I'm pretty sure he does his all digital painting stuff. But good God, this book, it's really, really sad to see Cates go on this whole run of Doctor Strange when it's been so good. Got Loki, Sorcerer Supreme, Damnation, and that's it. He's only had 2 arcs on this book, and Doctor Strange has been, I would say, better than it's been in a long time, but Jason Aaron's run on Doctor Strange was also really, really, really good. But this is without a doubt like a home run follow-up to Jason Aaron's long run on this book. And this ain't even a Doctor Strange issue, honestly. Who takes the cake here? My man, Spider-Man. Spider-Man on the window here. Spider-Man, and even my man, Ghost Dog. I feel bad. I can't even remember Ghost Dog's name. I wanted to say Pretzels, but that's Steve Lieber from The Fix from Image. Yeah, that's Pretzels is honestly the best comic book dog. But Bats. Ooh, it's Bats. His name is Bats. Oh my God. I hope, man, Donnie, if you're watching this, and I know you will. You liked my tweet earlier, so please forgive me for that. But Spider-Man's in this issue. We even have a guest star. Chip Zdarsky has a nice 2 pages in here where I don't want to spoil the joke because it's literally the funniest joke in any comic book I've read in like years. This was the first time I cried of laughter out of a comic book. It's so funny. And for it to be Cates' last book, I mean, what other time was appropriate for tears? I mean, sad to see him go. But Mark Waid's picking up the book, and I think less than a month with it's cosmic Doctor Strange. I mean, he's gonna get in one of the Infinity Stones. It's gonna tie into Infinity Countdown, Jerry Duggan, Infinity Wars, MCU synergy, buzzwords, Marvel Comics. It's all good. You got to get Donny Cates' books, no matter what. Now, what better way to follow up all these really, really good Marvel books this week than with a book from DC that totally isn't the Fantastic Four, but it's called the Terrifics. Look at that. Not Fantastic Four, Terrifics. It's just 4 members of people that feel like a family together. It's really, really good. So when they announced this book, they announced it with Doc Shaner art. He did all the character designs. They have all the new costumes in this issue. Beautiful. Doc Shaner needs to do anything. Honestly, I want Doc Shaner on Fantastic Four now from this. His art from, what's he doing? Future Quest. All these covers for Future Quest. And it's a shame because, he's not really doing anything past Future Quest. I want to see him on more of my main character DC titles, not the little supplement series. Granted, they're all still beautiful, but come on. I want to see some Hal Jordan, Doc Shaner. We got that Dark Side War one-shot from like 2 years ago. That was the best book that came out the year. Tom King. But enough plugs for Tom King. This here, it's all about Doc Shaner, Jeff Lemire. And see, look, I love so many zoom-ins this week on the books. Look at the credits. Doc Shaner is the artist, but he's credited above the actual writer, Jeff Lemire. DC, all these New Age of Heroes books, they've been giving credits to the artist above the writer because they're both the equal amount parts writers to the story. They're both the storytellers. And this New Age of DC Heroes, along with the new variant program DC's been doing, they're really moving forward towards a more artist-centric, artist appreciation forefront. And it's great because Doc Shaner alone, come on now. He definitely needs more of the spotlight. But look at that. You got a killer squid from space. I've been talking about how good the book is. I don't even have to say what's inside the book. It's just Doc Shaner doing his jam. You got to get it. It's amazing. You think I'm done with Jeff Lemire this week? You think I'm done with Jeff Lemire this week? He had at least 2 books. I don't know if he had a third one. I feel bad. I should know because I love Jeff Lemire books. But this second number 2, and it's the second Black Hammer book. Oh my God. Look at this. 2 2s. Rolling trips today. We got Black Hammer, the new Black Hammer, the daughter of the original Black Hammer, meets my man Satan, who is definitely not Hellboy by this Dean Ormston cover. It looks like a Mike Mignola cover, but it's not. I truly thought it was at first glance when that solicit came out a couple months ago, but that's just this interior artist doing beauty for this book. We meet a new hero, villain. It's a dead guy. It's somebody in hell that we meet that is, I'm going to assume it's the Black Hammer Dead Man, which it could be any number of dead characters. Honestly, Jeff Lemire is having a lot of fun with this book, and so am I, because Black Hammer, since the start, it's been an amazing run. I was late on it, too. I had to get the first 2 trades. I had to read it by trade. I didn't even pick it up at issue 1. I was slipping hard on my Jeff Lemire. I think it's over a year old now, I think it is. And I'm still missing like 1 issue, and I have to read 1 more of the trades. There's so much to Black Hammer already, and we're not even 2 years into the series, and Black Hammer's had 2 or 3 miniseries that spin off. We're getting another, I think it's a one-shot or a new miniseries, the Quantum Age, coming soon. If you're not on Black Hammer now, do yourself a favor, pick up the first 2 volumes, because any fan of comics that have been reading for any amount of time. I was about to say old fans of comics, but honestly, anybody can get into this. I just started reading a couple years ago, but as long as you're reading a lot and you like good writing and you have good taste, even if you have bad taste, you still might like this. Black Hammer's really, really good. You gotta read it. All right, so that about does it for my top 6 picks this week for books that were coming out on May 23rd, 2018. Be sure to go follow, link in to any of the social media sites for Brotastic Nerdom. All those links here, down below, somewhere. And check out Comic Kings on Facebook, Comic Kings VB on Instagram, and I'll see you next week.